There are moments in human history so rare and so powerful that they dissolve every political boundary, erase every cultural division, and reduce our entire species' 8 billion people spread across continents sent to a single audience looking upward toward the same quiet point in the sky. And tonight, as the Virtual Telescope's project prepares to launch its global live transmission of the mysterious interstellar visitor known as 3I Atlas, I find myself reflecting on a truth older than civilization itself, that astronomy, more than any other science, has the power to unite us by reminding us of how small we are, how curious we are, and how desperately we long to understand the universe that shaped us. In just a few hours, a faint beam of light captured by a telescope half a world away will be streamed into the phones, laptops, and televisions of millions around the Earth, from a child sitting on a rooftop in Marachi with a cracked Android screen to a student in Manila watching during lunch break. From a retiree in Kenya who simply wants to feel connected to the cosmos to a professor in Boston analyzing every pixel. In real time, and all of them all at once will be watching a tiny streak of ancient light drifting across the backdrop of eternity. And that streak, that fragile whisper of illumination, is not just another comet, not just another random piece of ice wandering through the void. It is the third confirmed interstellar object humanity has ever seen, a messenger from a star that is not our own. A relic that left its birthplace long before human beings learned to stand upright, long before our ancestors carved symbols into stone, long before Earth itself cooled from molten rock into a living planet. Yet somehow, against impossible odds, its path intersected with ours. When I first learned that a full, unfiltered, real-time broadcast of 3I Atlas was being organized, my immediate, almost instinctive, was this is what science is supposed to look like. Public. Open, accessible, not guarded behind institutional walls, not filtered through committees or edited into polished documentaries, but raw, direct, democratic. Science does not belong to universities. Science does not belong to governments. Science belongs to humanity. And tonight, that belief becomes real because anyone with an internet connection, rich or poor, young or old, can witness a piece of the universe that has traveled for millions of years to pass briefly through our solar system before vanishing forever into the dark. This global broadcast is not merely a spectacle. It is a celebration of our collective curiosity. But before we talk about the live stream itself, we must understand why this object has captured the world's attention so intensely. When 3I Atlas first entered our solar system, it did so quietly, almost anonymously, like a distant smudge of light on a researcher's screen. At first glance, nothing about it demanded attention. Astronomers detect faint objects every single week, new comets, new asteroids, new icy fragments drifting blindly around the sun, so no alarm bells rang. But then the data began to deepen. The orbit was wrong, too steep, too fast, and far too hyperbolic to be native to our own solar system. A gravitational outsider, a cosmic immigrant. And then came the behavior. Its water release patterns, what scientists call outgassing, were unlike anything typically seen in comets. Water was escaping in rhythmic pulses, almost like breathing, not the chaotic venting we expect from natural ice sublimation. Spectral analysis revealed organic compounds far more complex than usual. Metallic traces hinting at internal layering and structural signatures suggesting that the object might have survived conditions that would pulverize most comets into dust. It wasn't following the rules. It wasn't behaving like a frozen rock shaped by our sun. It was different, too different to ignore. When the first interstellar visitor, Oumuamua, passed by in 2017, we were caught unprepared. Our telescopes weren't aligned. Our instruments weren't coordinated. Our scientists were scattered across conferences and observatories with no unified plan. The object flashed through our solar system like a ghost and left us with nothing but arguments, speculation, and blurry data that sparked controversy for years. But 3I Atlas. This time, we vowed not to repeat that mistake. The moment the trajectory was confirmed, collaborations erupted across continents. Infrared telescopes in Hawaii joined forces with radio arrays in Europe. Optical telescopes from South America to Australia synchronized their observations. Amateur astronomers used backyard telescopes to contribute valuable data points. It became the first truly global scientific effort for an interstellar object. And yet, something even more extraordinary happened. Ordinary people got involved. Millions of them. Not scientists, not researchers, but curious humans drawn into the mystery. They didn't want simulations. They didn't want artist renderings. They wanted the real thing. And that demand, that hunger from the public, what made tonight's live stream not just possible, but necessary. 3I Atlas is currently moving away from the Sun at nearly 130,000 miles per hour, a speed that turns distance into something almost meaningless. And yet, when we observe it through the virtual telescope's cameras, it will appear delicate, almost shy of faint. Ghost-like streak gently sliding across a star-flecked sky. But that ghost is lying to you. That faintness hides unimaginable endurance. This object has survived interstellar radiation that would strip the atmosphere off a planet. It has survived microscopic collisions that have slowly etched its skin over eons. It has endured stellar winds from multiple stars, gravitational tides that stretched and compressed it, and temperatures that swung from near absolute zero to hundreds of degrees during its brief encounter with the Sun. And now, as it departs our solar system for the last time, we get to witness its final visible moments. Scientists analyzing the object after its close solar passage have already uncovered a series of discoveries that defy our expectations. First, the nucleus survived perihelion, the moment of closest approach to the Sun. Most comets fragment violently under solar heating, breaking apart into dozens of pieces. But 3I Atlas endured, though visibly reshaped and stripped. This resilience suggests a stronger internal cohesion than typical cometary bodies. Second, its water release behavior changed dramatically. Before perihelion, water escaped in periodic bursts, as if the object had pressure chambers releasing in cycles. After perihelion, however, the release became chaotic, proof that deeper layers were exposed by solar heating, revealing new cracks and volatile pockets. Third, the object is now exhibiting non-gravitational acceleration, a subtle but measurable deviation from the trajectory predicted by pure gravity. This phenomenon was also observed with Oumuamua and remains one of the biggest scientific mysteries of the past decade. Is it natural venting? Radiation pressure? A previously unknown physical mechanism? Something else? For now, no one can say. Fourth, it appears to be undergoing thermal quenching, a rapid cooling process that creates internal stress fractures. These fractures can reveal the object's geological history, offering a rare laboratory to study the interior of an interstellar body without physically sampling it. For planetary scientists, these behaviors are like a treasure map. For the public, they are a reminder that the universe is far stranger and more dynamic than we imagine. And for me, this is a moment of hope, a moment when curiosity becomes the protagonist of our species. I have spent decades asking a simple question: are we alone? And behind that question lies an even deeper one. Is our solar system ordinary, or is it an exception? Every interstellar object that passes through our celestial neighborhood carries a piece of the answer. Not metaphorically, but literally. Dust grains from 3I Atlas contain isotopic ratios forged around another star, organic molecules shaped by alien radiation fields, mineral fingerprints that speak of distant planetary systems whose histories we may never witness. When we watch this live stream, we are not just observing a comet. We are reading a message written in the language of the universe long before Earth existed. This is why I advocate for rapid response missions, planetary defense systems, and a scientific culture brave enough to investigate anomalies without dismissing them. Because the universe is constantly communicating. Not always through radio signals, not through intentional messages, but through physics, through objects, dust, trajectories, interactions, and cosmic leftovers that drift between suns. Some visitors may pose dangers. Some may simply pass through unnoticed. But every visitor, friendly or not, carries knowledge. And knowledge is the foundation of survival. Tonight, as millions prepare to watch the live stream, something extraordinary is happening. They are not gathering out of fear. They are not looking for omens, prophecies, or superstition. They are coming together out of wonder. They will see a dot in the sky and feel the ancient human instinct that has driven every discovery. What is that? Where did it come from? What does it mean? A simple question, but powerful enough to shape civilizations. As 3i Atlas drifts further into the darkness, fading slowly until it becomes invisible even to our best instruments, I want you to remember something profound. This object does not belong to us. It was not sent for us. It did not change course because of us, but we are the ones who noticed it. We are the ones who gave it meaning. We are the ones who pointed our telescopes toward it and said, let's learn something from this. In a universe 13.8 billion years old, curiosity is perhaps the rarest of all phenomena. Stars form, galaxies collide, planets freeze and melt. But a species that looks up at a small fading comet and asks questions, that is special. Let tonight's live stream be more than entertainment. Let it be a reminder that when humanity chooses wonder over apathy, exploration over ignorance, and unity over division, we rise. And sometimes, when we rise high enough, we touch the stars. 3i Atlas is leaving us now. Soon it will vanish into the abyssal sea, untracked, unmeasured. But the questions it leaves behind will stay with us, guiding the next generation of explorers. And it is questions, not answers, that keep science alive, keep humanity hopeful, and keep our eyes forever pointed toward the sky.